and your booktubership. And then we get into these questions. I promise it's gonna be painless. No, I don't. No, I don't. No, I don't.
I've
You
seen your show, so I know.
so we finna get into this. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. Today's guest is a storyteller who's understanding that Black love doesn't have to scream to be powerful. It can be soft, intentional, and deeply felt. Sedona Rose is a romance and contemporary author hailing from South Carolina whose mission is to celebrate Black love and make sure readers feel it through every single page. With 9 books under her belt, including but not limited to I'll Be Home for Christmas, Grateful Blessings, Out Out with the Old, Sweet and Sour, and Xander and Raylan, a Miller's Point Christmas. Sedona has carved a space where intimacy lives in the quiet moments, and connection is just as important as chemistry. Beyond the page, she is known as Kay Reads on BookTube, where she reviews books, interviews authors, and pours back into the literary community in a way that's both generous and intentional. When she's not writing, you can find her cheering on the Carolina Panthers. Bless your little heart.
Hey, we in the playoffs, so that's all I care about. We in the wild card. So, repping, hello.
Watching the latest Marvel movie, binging anime, or curled up with a good book. Basically, living the exact life we love over here. I am your host, Storm, and welcome to Black Girl Tired Book Talk, Sedona.
Thank you for having me. I was really surprised that you got that email. Like, I got the message on your Instagram because me and my best friend were just talking about like our goals the night before. And one of my goals was to be like get interviewed as Sedona Rose, and the fact that your email came in like hours later was crazy. So thank you for having me.
See, look at the universe just pouring it out.
Hello.
Intention. So let's get into the first question. Where did your love for contemporary meet cute romance come from? Like, what's the origin story? What's the origin story behind that? Like, your writing style is so meet cute and contemporary. And where was that particular moment you realized this was your lane?
I'm just now realizing that's my lane, if I'm being honest with you, because I was kind of figuring out exactly where I wanted to go. But for me, I'm a hopeless romantic in real life. So, and my romance love life has not been the best. So I kind of like to write my books with the manifestation of me finding love one day. So I'm like, and I love a meet cute. I love reading meet cute books anyway. So I think my meet cute era started when I finally got into indie romance. And it was Nicole Fall, Shots Not Taken. Because that's kind of like a cute meet book as well. Yeah. And I think from there, I just kind of just went down the rabbit hole and I just kind of just started writing that way. And I got a comment from Xander and Raylan and from my other book, Cute Meet Love, that book reminded her of a 90s romance rom-com. And then Xander and Raylan reminded her of a Hallmark. And I was just like, okay, I know where I'm at.
I said the same fucking thing. I said the same thing.
I love that.
Because that was one of my questions when I get to that book, but yeah.
Okay.
You also are a booktuber who reviews books and interview authors. How has being on the reader and reviewer side shaped how you write your own stories? Has it made you more intentional or more critical of your own work?
I could say a mixture of both. How I do my author interviews, I always ask like, you know, how and why they want to start reading. And towards the end, I always ask them like, one, what is your definition of Black love? And then two, if somebody was watching this today and wanted to be in your wanted to be a writer, like what advice would you give them? And every answer is different. Yeah. Which I love. And then from there, I just kind of take tidbits from each answer and try to like incorporate it with me.
Yeah. I think with anybody that interviews authors, that should be a priority question.
Oh yeah, facts for sure.
I don't care what genre you in that you interviewing, that should be a priority question to always ask. How has your platform helped you navigate visibility, opportunity, and gatekeeping as a Black romance author? Like how intentional have you had to be building your career outside of the traditional industry validation?
Very much so.
Mm.
Because even though I've been in the game for 4 years, I still am not well known. Like, people know who I am, but they don't know who I am.
Yeah,
so I think that, like, I still call myself a small author, even though a lot of people claim, like, girl, you got like 10, 11 books out. You're not small.
Right.
But I still feel that way because I feel like I haven't been promoting myself as I should be.
I'm going to say this, and this is not even coming from Storm, the interviewer or author. This is coming from your soror.
Yes.
Girl, you better claim that shit.
Yes.
You better claim that shit, okay? You are, and you will, and you got it.
I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm claiming it. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm claiming it. Because my mom and dad have been my biggest supporters. Like, I mean, my biggest. Like, every time, like, I have, like, a shipment in, they were like, oh, those are your books? Yeah. My dad is a huge Tubi fan. So he was just like, one day your movies will be on Tubi. And I'll tell everybody in the world. I was just like, one day, Dad. One day.
I know that.
One day.
That's right. That's right. So there's often an unspoken rule that Black love is only defined one way. And I'm not even talking about Black on Black. I'm talking about emotionally, mentally, physically. Why was contemporary romance, and we're gonna circle back to the contemporary romance part,
okay,
the everyday slice of life kind of love important for you to write and center when it comes to Black romance?
Because it's realistic. Even though we don't really see it. Like, sometimes we see it in real life, but it's like nowadays, because of shows, TVs, everything that was Black love, that was positive Black love, is canceled. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of the times when somebody wants to escape and have that escapism, you have to find it in the book. Yeah. And I've been seeing this thing like about a couple of months ago about this white lady who was upset about Black love, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, girl, black and Black, that's Black love, sis. Y'all can go in y'all stores and find white on white and be okay with it. We have to really, like, be on indie. Yeah. Like, scrolling. So when somebody wants to read my book, I'm going to be writing Black. Yeah. Sorry, you don't like it, don't read it. But I just feel like, you know, Black love is realistic. It's not like somebody, like I said, somebody could walk into a coffee shop one day, boom, boom, finding love. I just feel as if right now for me, I just want that to be like, this can happen for me one day. Which it can. I feel like with contemporary, it can be so real at the same time. I just want somebody to be like, okay, it happened to her in that book, maybe it can happen to me too. So
yeah. I honestly, with that situation, there's so many names I want to call that woman, but I'm in a new era of a storm. So I'm gonna say that ill-informed person. I feel like so many people like to make rage bait into Black situations, culture, genders. It's exhausting.
Yeah, it is.
And with her, this is why I always say, if you have a problem within the Black community and you're Black, take it up with the people that you have a problem with instead of posting it online, because you feed other people that narrative, and then they make videos like that. I'm sure she knows what interracial romance is. I'm sure, because there are Black women who are in multicultural relationships and interracial romance relationships, just like there are Black on Black love relationships. Yep. But she took it upon herself, and this is the problem I am having across the board with the book community. We allow chaos agents to separate us. The goal is Black authors. Some of us only read Black love. Some of us read a mixture of Black love and interracial romance and multicultural. But they're all written by Black authors. Y'all, some of them let a white woman, a white woman come between the fact that Black authors in the indie space are struggling. Yeah. And
which is far from the truth. Which is far from the truth.
But the fact that one chaos agent led to somebody seeing it and then posted it everywhere. Yeah. And then it turned into a big thing. I hope in 2026 we get away from being a part of all the hot takes and focus on what matters, the Black authors.
I agree.
because there is not enough Black authors on New York Times bestsellers list, on USA Today, on the indie list. So I need the focus to shift. Shift. Fuck all that shit. Shift.
Yeah.
So that's my 2 cents on it. There contemporary romance wasn't always known for spice back in the day. It really wasn't known for spice, but the genre has evolved. So do you feel there should be boundaries within the genre, or is it truly to each his own type thing? Should it be more sexual scenes in books, more hotness, or should it just be what it is?
I think it's teaches on, and I guess it depends on how the book is closed. If the book calls for more sex scenes, then you go the sex scene route, and if it doesn't, then you just scale it back. So I guess it depends on like the writer and finding out exactly what way they want to go.
Yeah. So what does standing in your truth look like for you as a Black romance author, especially with the market and the trends or audience expectations might be pulling you in a different direction?
Ooh, that's a good question. My standards. You said standards, right? My standards? Yeah. That's a damn good question, because I really don't know at the moment. God, you hit me with a good one. Let me circle back on that one, because I'm not really sure.
All right, we'll come back to it.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
So, what makes Sedona Rose characters unmistakably yours? Like from your male main characters to your female main characters to even to your side characters. What emotional and personality traits do you always return to?
I feel like for me, when I do my characters, I have to have a character sheet. I'm a free writer, so I really cannot. I hate outlines. I've tried it multiple times, does not work for me. But I feel like once I get the structure of it, I feel like it'd be fine. I think for me, with all of my characters, especially for my guys, I feel like they have to come from like a strong background. Whether they have like their family, like, their mom in life, or not even their mom, like their dad, they have to have a parent that actually like instilled like love from them. No matter how assholey Sonny is, and I know a lot of my readers have a love-hate relationship with him, but he always has that core, like, one's love. Like I said, for example, like he saw Cherish, and even though he did all that to her, he noticed like, okay, like she's a very meek girl, let me pull her out of it. With my female characters, I feel like they are traits of me. Because I've been, I don't have a kid, but I've been Cherished where I really didn't stick up for myself. Or I've been Raylan, so even though I didn't figure skate, I've always had I've had a dream, and it basically got taken away from me, and I don't know where else to go from there.
Damn.
So I feel like like the males, I feel like they always have to have instilled with love, but also if they call for like the roughness, toughness, I'll give it to them. But for my females, I always feel like there are little bits of me throughout my life.
Damn. So your books tend to be on the shorter side, but deeply impactful. How challenging is it for you to have limited amount of pages and while still delivering a strong plot, emotional payoff, and character development?
That is on the characters. I love writing short books. I feel like short books are my niche. I'm trying to get out of that and trying to write longer books. But I just love the fact of just getting in a book, the characters see each other, boom, bam, bam, there. I love reading fast-paced books. So, and my best friend hates that because she said, you need to read a slow book. And I'm like, it's not going to happen. But no, I just feel like my character, like I said, my characters kind of just jump in. They know what they want. I let them talk. And when they tell me it's done, it's done. Like, it's not intentional for my books to be short. But like I said, I don't want to force my work, and I don't want to force what my characters have to say, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
In order to just get a longer book. So once they tell me, all right, we're done, I'll let it go.
Okay. So let's talk about Cute Meet Love.
Yes.
So, Cue Me Love feels very intimate in a grounded Southern way.
Thank you.
So, how important was setting in place in shaping this particular love story?
Well, I always wanted to do a cute me. I feel like definitely something like this is like from this caliber, especially with them across the hall from each other, and they've never seen each other until that particular time. And Ruby Hills is what my hometown used to be before all the infrastructure. I'll just say that. So I always wanted something very close knit, something very homey and family wise. And I'm a 90s romance comedy buff.
I can tell.
So I love the 90s and the romance, stuff like that. And I just wanted something different. Always wanted to do like, hey, can I borrow a cup of sugar? And like hearts and love and all that stuff. So writing JC on Catalea was very easy.
Yeah.
Like it was just super easy to write. It was fun to write too.
Catalea is career driven and emotionally guarded, which is a lot of Black women. Well, Jayshawn, it's Jayshawn, right? Jayshawn leads with more patience and warmth. Now, how intentional were you in crafting their emotional balance?
Ooh, very. Like I said, with Catalea, even though she was in a relationship and that broke off, she was just strictly business. She put business in front of everything.
Yeah.
So when Jason came, even though Jason really wasn't looking for love, like, he was just chilling and, brought, and basically kind of laid it all down. She said with Amber, she thought it was just too good to be true. Like, she's like, I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, and I feel like all women and even men have been there where it's like some things like, are you love bombing me or just like real life? Like, which one is it? Yeah. So with Catalea, I just wanted her to be like, no, this is real. You really liking you. He's applying that pressure. You just, tell them how you feel, but at the same time, just let this go with the flow.
Yeah. We tend to be very skeptical when things are going so good. We looking around like, okay, where the fuck is the haters? Where the hell is everything finna drop at? We cannot, and it's crazy. We cannot accept good things.
Yeah.
And that's one of my intentions for 2026 to allow my blessings to happen without questioning them.
Mine too.
Yeah.
I have self-doubt like a mug and I hate it.
Every time something good happens, I'm like, okay, so what's the bad shit that's
exactly?
Or why am I getting this blessing? So yeah, I totally get that. So did you consciously pull inspiration from the 90s era of Black love we used to see in TV and film, where connections, dialogue, and longing carried the romance?
I did.
What is your favorite 90s TV show and your favorite 90s movie?
Favorite movie is The Wood.
Come on now.
Hands down, I know that movie by heart. And then TV show, I'm a mixture. But if I had to say something that I could watch nonstop, would be Martin.
Yes.
It would have to be Martin.
Yes.
And I'll blame that on my parents because my mom and dad love that show. So I think just hanging out with them all the time, I just started to love it too. But I say Living Single is a close second.
Oh, yes. Living Single, Martin, and In Living Color.
Oh, that's a good one too, yeah.
Favorite 90s shows.
Yeah.
So let's talk about Xander and Raylan. This was this was so sweet.
Thank you.
This was definitely Hallmark. Even though he ate her down, literally.
Yeah.
But it was the whole book, I was like, oh,
thank you.
And little Jupiter, she was telling her daddy, you better get out there and get you some. I like that.
Thank you.
What was the creative experience like working with a shared world for this collaboration?
It was a little difficult because I just signed with KMP, I believe, like 2 weeks ago, like a week before. And so when Casey asked me if I wanted to do it, I was like, yeah. And then she's like, how long? And I was just like, how long can I write this book? I was like, it don't need to be that much words. So I told her, like, give me, like, I think I told her, like, a week.
Oh!
So
I almost swallowed this hog.
I think I told her a week. Yeah, I do believe I told her a week. I work in a library, so I'm always on a computer. Basically, my whole entire job knows that I write. And my managers are like, as long as you do your work, we don't really give a damn what you do. So while I wasn't on, like, in front of the desk, well, actually, I was on the front of the desk working on that too if a patron didn't need me. But other time, I'm in the back, headphones in, just typing away.
Wow.
So, yeah. But like I said, Raylan and Xander, that came very quickly because I didn't even know how I was going to write it and how I was going to interact that. I knew that they had the whole locations, but I realized they didn't have a bakery. And when I thought of Christmas, I thought of cookies and cupcakes. And my Pinterest board was I already had like a board with like somebody being a teacher and had like the Christmas parties and stuff like that. I was like, okay, somebody's going to be a teacher, somebody's going to be a baker. Which one is it?
I like that.
And then when they went into the choir, I realized that they didn't really have I don't believe they had like an actual choir director. And I was like, okay, he's going to be this teacher, choir director. She's going to be the baker. Let's go.
Yeah, and I love the figure skating aspect.
Thank you.
And I hope that Jupiter's mom, biological mom, falls off a cliff somewhere. I just, because who does that? Who does that?
There's people out there that do it. Which is the crazy part.
And they can join her on a cliff. Yeah. Yeah. When I read that part, I was just like, I know you fucking lying.
Yeah.
So the story is sweet with just a little spice. How do you personally decide when to add heat and when to pull back?
It depends on how I'm writing it. That one was hard because I didn't add that scene until towards the end of the book because I needed something. Something was missing. And reading the season 1 of it, I was reading all of them and all of them had spice in it. So I was just like, how am I going to do this? I don't want the book to be so long, but at the same time, I don't want it to be like this. So I was just like, dates going so well. They grown. Why not just have sex, call it a day, and go from there?
Well,
I needed one scene, so I was happy that scene worked out and it played and it kind of went well. So I was happy.
Well, you didn't need that much because, bruh, I mean, Xander gave her what she asked for.
Yeah, basically.
And I was like, damn, he a muncher and then he got a pole. I was like, wow. Woo. Great scene.
Thank you.
Scene.
Thank you.
Did writing within a holiday setting change how you approach pacing and emotion and intimacy? Because I know you have other holiday books. So how does that compare to when you're writing a non-holiday book?
The only difference, honestly, is just incorporating the holiday. Okay. I have more Christmas because I love the season of Christmas. Christmas is one of my favorite holidays besides my birthday. So I think that's easy to write. Thanksgiving, that was a little hard because I was trying to figure out how to put them all together because I didn't want to do a Friendsgiving. I wanted to have, like I said, they've been friends for years. So I was just like, okay, friends for years. They gotta be at some type of holiday at some point. So I was like, that. And then with the Old, with her being divorced, I just kind of just put in the perspective of like her wanting to start over in the new year, let the old shit die. So that's how the New Year's one came.
Okay. So you ready to go back to that question?
Okay, repeat it again.
All right. So wait, where okay. What does standing in your truth look like for you as a Black author, especially with the market and trends and audience expectations might be pulling you in a different direction?
Okay, I could definitely talk to experience about this one because I struggled with imposter syndrome all last year. And I think because being in this industry and being known but not being well known like everybody else, I was like, do I need to change how I write to fit in?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then I was just like, and then I had to talk to my mom and dad about it, my best friend. And it was like, the people will come when it's time to come. Don't change it because you think it's cool. Just relax, breathe, do what you need to do, and keep it pushing. So I think for me, my standard is just being true to myself. Being true to myself, staying in my lane, and not really worrying or stressing about not only what the readers have to say, but also the reviews as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is hard, which is so hard, especially now with social media. And, you got a lot of other, like, I'm a reader myself, so I get it. But, every other reader's like this, blah, 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 blah. And you be like, why am I not on that list? And what do I have to do to get on that list? So it's like a teeter back and forth that I dealt with all last year. But I think this year for me, I'm just going to just run my race. And I know that my core fans love what I do. And just hopefully that within the next, well, we're following the year this year, but also next year and so on and so forth, that I'll gain more readers that way.
Yeah. I feel like, I know I'm finna get in trouble. I feel like a lot of people follow trends to the point they forget there's other authors. And
I agree with you on that.
With these trends, they tend to get so lost in these parasocial, dysfunctional relationships with the fictional characters, not even just the authors, the fictional characters, to the point their expectations is only based on those fictional characters and that writing style. Yeah. Anything outside of that writing style, they are quick to disagree with without giving it a chance. They are quick to DNF videos, tag the authors, and
which is so disrespectful.
Just disrespectful.
Disrespectful as fuck.
But a lot of new readers are more content based for shock factor than actual stimulation of good literature. And it's unfortunate because they will connect this author's writing style with the next author's writing style because they're in the same genre, and at the same time they really don't understand this writing style because it's not like their
exactly
writing style. So I feel like we're in an intersection where you have readers and you have chaos agents. And the chaos agents seem to be louder, but they're the minority compared to the actual readers. Yep. Because a lot of times, a lot of the readers don't post online; they just review. Yeah. On Goodreads, on Storygraph, on Fable, and all that stuff, or Amazon. So you never hear them say anything because they really are reading. Whereas the chaos agents, for some reason, they feel like they have to go hard for their author, even though their authors never said anything. But they feel for these fictional characters, they have to go hard. So it discourages newer authors and authors who are seasoned authors to maybe I need to switch my writing style to fit this narrative because this big influencer or this medium micro influencer only likes this style of writing.
Bingo.
So I totally get that, but I think people that do this is disingenuous, and it's running amok.
It takes the creativity out of it sometimes, especially when you see all these other writers and it was like, okay, well, if they like that, then maybe I should do the same thing. And then when a reader of you, like somebody that actually follows you, reads it, it was like, this ain't you.
Yeah.
This ain't your work. So why are you doing this?
I write poetic prose and metaphors in my writing, as well as AAVE, and a lot of people don't like that type of stuff, but I do.
Yeah.
So guess what? That's what you're gonna get.
Facts.
You can take it or you can not take it. I don't give a shit. And I want more authors to intentionally say, I do not give a fuck.
I said what I said.
Right.
Needy voice. I said what I said.
Because who is for you will come for you.
Yeah,
you
facts.
Who is your group of readers will come for. There have been a lot of authors I have seen that people think are not doing well, but they're not loud about it.
Mm-hmm.
But they 6-figure authors.
Yeah.
Got big ass fan bases.
Yep.
Traveling the world and nobody know about it. That see, y'all need to. Woo, there's so much I can say about that. So much, but I want to get into. You have audiobooks.
I do. I have 2.
You have I'll Be Home for Christmas and Sweet and Sour.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Why do you think audiobooks are such an important opportunity for indie authors or hybrid authors when they can get access to making one?
On the go. You can read it on the go. You can read it at work. Read it on your hot girl walk, however you want to do it. Yeah, I just kind of just put myself out there on ACX just to see. And the author, Dana Lavos, shout out to her. Love her to death. I just kind of just DM'd her, asked her. She said yeah for Sweet and Sour. She did it within like a nice time span. Loved it. And then when I decided to do another one, I asked her again. And she said yeah. So I love it. That's how some of my family actually listen to my book. They only listen to 2 books because I only have 2 audiobooks. But I feel like some core readers actually just listen to audio. Like for a fact, when I did House Party, I met a reader who came to me, didn't even know who I was, but she asked me if I had one book on audio, and that's what I did. She brought my audiobook right then and there, which was love.
Yeah.
Because she said that's the only way that she actually like listens and reads the book, was from audio.
I feel that. So,
yeah, I think audio is definitely a nice lane to go through for sure.
So, is the producing of an audiobook to you, like going through the whole process, harder than writing the book itself?
Yes, because you're the act. Yeah, it's facts. Because when I did Sweet and Sour, I got so many requests for Sunny, and Sunny's from the South. Sunny is very, boisterous and mean as fuck and an asshole. And the ones I was getting, I was just like, 1, you sound white. 2, you're too soft. I needed the first chapter to be like, this is what I said. This is what I want. And I couldn't get that, but I got it with Dana, and I was happy as hell about it. So I think because you hear your characters in your voice, so when someone else tries to do it, it's hard as fuck. When the actor does it, and it was like, that's not. Yeah. Thank you, but that's not kind of what I'm looking for.
Yeah. I just started my process because I have a deal with Podium.
Oh, dope. Congratulations.
Thank you. And I started for my first book. And boy, those narrators.
Yeah.
Woo. There was even the black ones that they did not sound black. And they, even with their urban, I guess, it sounded like Carlton. Like if Carlton was trying to be hood.
Yeah.
Yeah. It wasn't, it wasn't for me.
Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah. Luckily I found who I was looking for.
Yes, congratulations.
But, that was struggle.
Yeah.
That was a struggle. So who are you in all your different facets, like the writer, the author, the reader, the individual. How do those versions of you show up differently in your work?
The writer and the reader, I will say, are the same. I think, because like I said, I'm a reader at heart. So without books, I want to be doing what I'm doing now. And I feel like with both of them, I think they just combine. But I think I like to put my twist on it. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
I always like to put my twist on it because there's it was a line, I think, that Christina C. Jones said when I interviewed her for my channel that stuck with me for the time she said it. She was like, when you go down the bread aisle, all you see is bread, but it's different types of bread. And some people might like that, some people might not like that. She said that's how you need to look at books. People can write the same trope, but each book is different when it comes to that trope. Facts. And that still sticks with me to this day. And I feel like that's how you have to look at, but for me especially, because I do this and I do YouTube, and sometimes I do combine the two, but separately. Writers, me, I'm going to be try to be structured and try to write what I want to write without trying to change the narrative of who I am. But if I change the narrative of who I am, it's not going to work. Facts. But at the end of the day, I'm still myself.
I think a lot of people get lost in the process and I can concur. I did, but I think a lot of people get lost in the process and lose themselves.
Yeah.
Because their expectations is based off of other people and not the expectation of just your own success. And I feel like when people start having expectations for other people, they lose the passion in which they started it out with.
Exactly.
So what's next for you? Like new stories, series, or a different direction you're going in?
Say the exact question. Book wise, I'm currently working on 2 books at the moment. One is kind of taking over the other one, but because of deadline, obviously. I'm doing a Valentine's Day one, which should be an age gap. First time doing a fetish. So that's gonna be fun. That's fun. With the Ode. If you read that book, you know I said that a second book is coming, following up the characters of Ryder and Solani. And it's coming. It's going to be titled On the Bottom Line, and that is their first book of that 4-book series. So Solani's siblings are all each getting a book, and it's going to be a standalone but interconnected at the same time.
Okay.
So that's coming. Hopefully, if I can. Dominic from Cute Meat Love and his crazy antics, he's getting a book.
Come on. Yes.
And then hopefully Oakland, which is his sister, will get a book as well. I started that book I actually started that book for a class that I had to do. And I just kind of kept it in my files. I have... If you guys saw Scaredy Cat and I pushed that back, that was my Polly book. That's coming, definitely coming for sure. And then I want to try a paranormal.
Come on, that's my shit.
Which is going to be a fun one to do because I actually started that one too a couple of years ago. It's a Medusa retelling.
Oh shit!
But it's going to be more like college dark academia-ish.
Oh shit.
So I'm 7 chapters in before I stopped. Yeah, 7 chapters in before I stopped. And then for book events wise, I'm in Love in the Carolinas next weekend actually in Florence. And then in November, I'll be at Bookmark Heart in Alabama.
Okay. So, well, you just told me the events, but where can people purchase your books and signed copies?
At my website at the Sedona Rose, all one word.com. And that's really, or Amazon, if you want to order from Amazon, if you see me at an event, I'd be more than happy to sign them there too.
So what is your social medias and what is your Patreon? Because I noticed that you had a Patreon.
Patreon is coming back. I took a pause on it because I really wasn't being consistent with it. So hopefully by the end of this month, early next month, it should be back. That is just basically Sedona Rose. Instagram is Sedona Rose Writes, all one word. My YouTube is KReads__. Please subscribe. I'm trying to get to 500 subscribers. I'm almost there, so please subscribe to that. And here is just Sedona Rose_.
Okay. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to her YouTube.
Please.
We need more Black YouTubers that actually make content that is pertinent to the Black literary community.
Yes, yes, yes.
All right. So I'm finna do your outro, and then I have 2 announcements, and then I will let you go.
All right.
All right. So Sedona Rose is proof that Black love doesn't have to be loud to be revolutionary. Sometimes it's found in a late night knock for sugar, a small southern town, or maybe where 2 people simply choose each other softly, honestly, and without apology. Her work reminds us that romance can be tender, intentional, and still powerful, and that there's room in the genre for all expressions of Black love. As I always say, this is season 4 opening up, and stay loved, stay loud, and stay Black on motherfucking purpose.
There he is.
All right. Now, 2 announcements, y'all. All right. Boozy Book Tour. We're hitting Las Vegas for the Melanin Ball.
Hey, congratulations.
We hitting Las Vegas. So that is February 27th through March 1st. That is 3 days of fun. And what happens in Vegas?
Days in Vegas.
Days in Vegas. Okay. So y'all know that's coming up. Tickets are still available. You can get your VIP tickets and general admission tickets all the way up until February 15th for the VIP, and then it cuts off.